Look at that. Nice purple. And I'm just gonna place it up there. Very buttery. I had them work with the formula. And these are not available yet. I'm exclusively having the first sample. When they're available, I'll start demoing them, then giving you guys a promo code for them, okay? Look at that. Hope you guys can see that a little bit better there. Very buttery powder, all right? I helped them reformulate this, when I was down there. Well, for a couple months, I told you guys that I was helping Wave Gel. And you see it's very buttery. It moves. I do very light touches. Just like that. Now this is when you practice with your, during my classes, I generally let them use swatch sticks, which are, I'll show you in a second. But whenever they're ready, if they want to use the mannequin hand, I definitely let them use the mannequin hand or whatever their preference is, the students. But my biggest issue is that whenever we're using the mannequin hand, it takes us forever to prep it. So it took me about maybe 5 minutes to prep this. So hopefully that should be long. If you're taking more than 15, 20 minutes to prep every time you do a set, that's going to be an issue, right? It's going to take too much of your practice time. So we're going to try to not get it onto that silicone as much as possible, because remember, we don't want to drill into that. We want to press our application. We want to make sure we nudge it up very, very, ever so lightly. And see, the hand is very like a human-like hand. So you definitely can move it just like a client's hand. Ooh, actually, I really like this. I might have my students actually purchase the hands or get these hands and use it. I gotta make sure I show them how to prep this. I might save this video for future references. I will probably save this video actually and repost it on my YouTube or something like that for you guys to rewatch. And just like that. How do you guys like it so far? This is acrylic. It looks so real, right? Yes. Mel, I miss you. Where have you been? You been working, been busy? There you go. You can twist the hand, see that, very, very, very nice. Ooh, I love that purple. Let's just try this pink. Just like that. Shape it. Very buttery powder. Look at that. Let's try this pink. We're gonna do this on the C-curve tip. Ooh, look at that bead. My 16 brush, I guarantee you, it'll pick up any bead. Come on, stay on that. Oops, sorry, stuck into my brush a little bit. Better remold it, replace the bead. And remember, if the powder's too runny, you can also reposition the powder onto the nail. Let it dry a little bit before I start moving it. I'm in no rush at all, okay? Make sure I get my sidewalls. Yeah, it's trying to move. I'll just move back up. I move down slowly, lightly. As it starts to dry, I'm gonna move it slowly, lightly. I'm using my brush, slightly brush it, just like how I do my application every time I do tube beading. Nothing special. This powder is very easy to work with because it won't seize up on the student or you. I said student. I'm so used to speaking to my students, you guys. Please, I'm so used to speaking to my students. And all classes are over half capacity. Any of you guys West Coast who want to take a class with Voltino and Vina and I, definitely send me a DM and secure your spot, because all the classes are over half capacity. It's first come, first serve. I'm sure that close to the date, there's gonna be a lot of people putting deposits in this weekend or something like that, and it's first come, first serve. So Denver, San Jose, and Vegas are available. So you guys do DM. We do teach a lot. You do get a lot of stuff from sponsors too. Huge kits. A lot of my students are in here, they'll tell you. This is the C-curve tip that mine. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Remember, using this for practice application, Apex, whatever you need to do. Definitely very, very good good hand. And I do like people that use his hands, but you gotta definitely know how to prep them and make sure that it's your time efficient. If you're taking 20 minutes to prep per hand, I think you're better off using a swatch stick when you're practicing. And there you go. Remember, I'm trying to get it close to the cuticle as possible, but now I'm not gonna flood it because I don't wanna get acrylic stuck on there. You gotta practice being able to move to the cuticle area, okay? And you can use those robotic hands too. I've seen a lot of people use those. Those are good too. But I feel like a lot of people have issues putting tips onto those. I'm probably gonna build a little bit more apex with this one because it's my C-curve one. As you can see, it's a little bit lifting up here, but it's fine. I'm pricing my application. I'm not too worried about that. So I'll place another bead here for my apex area. Yep, these tips will pop off. If you can pop, you will be able to pop. Yeah, those ones on the robotic ones, I call them, the little plastic ones, they're great, but they pop off so easily, and it takes students so long to prep. It gets really annoying during class. Sometimes students take like 20 minutes just to prep a hand. I'd rather have them spend that 20 minutes on swatch sticks. And this you can drill onto it. Just be careful when you drill, you're not drilling into the cuticle area and ruining your plastic hand, but that's unavoidable. That's why I always recommend have one hand just for you to prop, one hand for you to practice. And there you go. And in my classes, I always have students bring these. They're little swatch sticks. If you're practicing at home, it's very easy for you to just sit there and go through like hundreds of these and get your application in. You know, they're just like a little like a demo hand. And my students will definitely practice just like this. So you can imagine a whole bag of these, you can, for like really cheap, $10 for 100, 200 of them on there. And the students can do 2 beading, 3 beading, ombres, whatever they need to do. I'm doing an ombre here with this purple and this pink. And you know, just, they'll be able to knock out a lot of these faster than this, have to re-prep. But for the purposes, yes, swatch sticks are actually fun. A lot of my students are in here in this live, and they know how my classes are. This powder is very buttery. A little bit slow setting than chisel, but gives students a lot of time to work with it. You can use less monomer with this powder because this powder is very buttery. So I'm so used to using the ratio the same as I use chisel. So I'm gonna change that ratio right now to use this purple. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit before I put my second bead for my ombre. So I'll use this purple here to build my, I'm just gonna test this purple. 1, 2, 3, give it a little more time. And I'm gonna place on here to do my ombre. I always teach ombre in 3 steps because not every student can do it in 2. So this will give me the ability to do my ombre first. Get my blend in. Every student knows how I teach ombre. I teach them in steps. I don't want them to force them into something they're not ready. So I'll take the time. This part. And now I'll go up and I'll fill up the cuticle area. I'm not gonna drag it. I'm gonna give this a little more time. I'm not gonna drag this through. Because I already did my blend bead. This is just for my cuticle bead. I'm not gonna drag it through. And this purple and this pink actually looks really, really good. This seems, I might do a set with this. Look at that. Okay, very light touches. My brush, I use my brush. It's a very nice Kolinsky brush. It's not gonna get any acrylic stuck to it, but I'll be able to just buff this through, get that nice blend. Exactly what I needed. The ombre, not my friend right now. Perfect. Ombre is my specialty. Hands so realistic. I put it on my partner's shoulder and walk away and never realized it was a fake hand. Why you play like that? I hate my hand. I can't get the tips sturdy. Yeah, so once you actually put the acrylic on, the tips become really sturdy because some of the excess right here. So let's do some ombres on these ones, okay? And then we'll start shaping them and top coating them. Like I said, these won't be as perfect as using a swatch stick or the robotic hand, but they're really good for you to practice. It gets the students ready for actually holding on to an actual real hand while you're working. And I think that's one of the perks of having these hands. I do appreciate the ability to be able to hold on to a hand here and be able to, feel like a real hand. But sometimes when you're practicing repetition, the swatch sticks is definitely the way to go. Sometimes my students, they'll practice with the swatch sticks and they'll get it down, the technique down. And the next thing they do is they'll take their hand out and they'll start demo on the hand. This one's gonna be a little bit, I didn't stick this one all the way up because it got caught right here. So, move this down. These are my C-curve tips. Very nice tips on my shop. You will never have an issue putting these tips on a client's hand. I know you guys have used C-curve tips from Amazon, and they're just too what? They're way too what? Too thick, right? And then they just pop up. And I'm gonna do the ombre. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Of course, these are not going to be as sturdy as the robotic hands because the way you're slipping up the tips. But these are great hands for you to demo with. A lot of you guys are demoing a set to show a client. Demo a set before you do a client's nails or something like that. Just to see what it looks like, or just to practice a set and just take pictures. I recommend if you want to take pictures, have a second hand and just slip these on nicely. But let's do powder marbling for this one. Pretty. This with a little bit of glitter would be nice. And there we go. Of course, with powder marbling, you probably want to have to cap this with clear. I'm gonna cap this with clear right now, real quick. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. So yeah, I'm able to get 4 fingers done in less than what, 20-15 minutes. I think that's a very good retention for a time spent and time practice. I really believe that these hands can be used, but for sake of time, I have my students use the swatch sticks a lot. It's just a lot quicker. Let me cap this with a little bit of clear so when I file later, it doesn't get wonky, okay? So I can probably do this whole set on a client right now. A little bit of clear here. And I know these hands may be a little bit daunting to use, I understand, but at the end of the day, you have to be able to learn how to prep them and use them. Eventually you'll get used to it and you will have no issues. And it's not gonna be perfect, guys. These hands are just for you to demo and practice and get the real life feel. For a lot of you guys who are just getting in this industry and you haven't worked on clients yet, this actually gives a good way for you to actually hold on to the client's hands, getting used to working with a client hand instead of working on your own hand, and be able to get a little bit of the hands-on experience here. I literally just did a set right here, guys. Like, you can do a set like this and do some designs on the other ones and it would look really good. And like I said, at the end of the day, of course, we gotta clean our brush. Make sure you clean your brush because all times, no matter how good a brush is, you'll get kind of some residue sticking here. So make sure you feather through, make sure there's nothing stuck on the brush. And these brushes are good brushes, but they definitely need to be taken care of also, okay? So when you feather through the brush and you don't feel like that stickiness right here, that means there's acrylic right here. When you feather through and you see it flicks through, it's good. I need more monomer. I need to clean this. Some acrylic residue in here. I just did a set with this brush, so that's probably why. Remember, this is so important. Take your time cleaning your brush. A lot of you guys are like, my brushes are getting stuck because it's from your last set. So just take your time. See that when you feather through, everything is nice and smooth. And if you just feel any acrylic, just kind of like break it up and get it in monomer, break it down and just get it out, okay? There we go. My brush is nice and clean. Look, see that? Feathers right through. And I'm gonna train it, because where I crimp my brush, I'm gonna train it so it's gonna stay flat like this. And I'm gonna store it. So, enough of that. Let's go to filing, shaping this up a little bit. Generally, I did my shaping pretty well, so I don't have to really shape that much. So I can just go through and just crisp up the shape. Make sure it's nice and crisp. I use about 100 grit for my line, but you can find this anywhere. Just look for the grit. Whenever you find hand filers, look for the grit. But if you want to support Nail Dad, you can also buy Nail Dad's files, or you can buy Amazon, which you know, whichever you choose. And this is the, you can see I'm holding right here because I don't want the tips to pop off. They can pop off easily. Make sure you're very light-handed when during this process because they can pop off. And if you guys missed how I prep these hands, you guys can, I'm gonna save the video. You guys can watch it from the beginning, how I did put 2 tips on this to make these tips. So you guys are probably like saying, "Oh my God, now Dad, my shit just pops right off." See, this one's popping off because I didn't push it up high enough, and it's popping off because the tip was not the right size, but it's fine. Just hold on to it. This is for demo purposes. If I were to do this, you know, on a real, like, if to take a picture, I'll definitely take more time. This stiletto is very dry. I'm gonna try to bring this in to make it nice and pointy. How long does it take you? How long does it take for the color set to be shipped out? Usually it takes for a couple of days. It ships out within the same day. Exactly what I needed. Read some comments here. Your way is always better. No, Dad, thank you so much. Oh, my favorite, powder marbling. My main problem is that I want everything to be perfect, and while I'm doing application, I don't think that's a problem. I think that's a goal. Everybody wants perfect application, right? I think everybody wants perfect application. I want perfect application. I don't think my application is perfect yet either. I still work on my application every day. So I'm gonna bring this in, make sure I do side to side. I don't want it to be too crooked. And then you can hand file a little bit. Remember, hold the hand right here so you keep the tips in. When you guys are working, hold the hands right here. You're holding to the tip onto there. Repetition, yes. Can you do design to it? Yeah, I'll do some design to it. Please, did you cut the tip of your brush? No, I did not. My brushes are not, the tip are not cut. My brushes are crimped. That's why it's squared like that. It's not round. If you ever seen that, it's not cut. It's just it's rounded. It's lit like that because I crimped my brushes. A little bit different, okay? Ooh, let's set this up a little bit more. So a little bit hand filing here. Practice a hand filing, bring in the sides. See where I'm holding, how I'm holding onto the hand. Now your application is very smooth, your hand filing is going to be smooth also. Just like that. Let's see how long it takes me to do one. I have the thumb here too, but I decided not to do the thumb. I'm just doing the 4 fingers. And these hands are available in different colors on my naildashshop.com. If you guys want to use it, and if you guys want to rewatch the video how I prepped it, you guys can definitely go ahead. I'll save it when I'm done. Push this up a little bit more. Now these hands are great for demoing, okay? I definitely could have put on some clear on here on the ombre. I totally forgot, but that's just fine because I'm not gonna drill in it too much. Well, I'm gonna take away some of mine. And if you want to practice your cuticle work, you definitely can take out your. Remember, I'm just demoing, okay? I'm just going through it really fast to show you guys how to do it. If I were to do it like a real hand, I'll probably take a little more time. Cuticle work. If you guys are doing that, wherever you have the powder is where you're going to be drilling. Okay? Don't drill into the cuticle. See that? Wherever you have the powder, you're gonna drill into it. Okay, you see right here, around this area. You don't want to drill into this flesh area because you're gonna ruin that. Okay, this is gonna be how you practice your cuticle work. Just like that. Just like that. Yeah, see? And what? You hold on to the client's hand like how you hold the hand, it'll hold the tip in, okay? So a lot of guys use these dumb hands. A lot of guys probably wonder, this is a fake hand? A real hand, right? Oh no, did it freeze? It's still here? Ah. Is my thing frozen? Is it frozen? Is it frozen on my end? Or is it frozen on your guys' end? Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm back. Good. Well, I guess when I guess, is this a real hand or a fake hand? This is a fake hand. I'm showing you guys how to use the silicone hand. For those who just joined. I use some C-curve tips for my store. I use some stilettos tips to make coffin for my store. Oops. I'm just gonna slip it up. See how these stayed on really well because I slipped them up really high. These ones I didn't slip up high enough. So that's my fault. And this is how you practice a demo with or at home with your fake hand for those of you guys, and also for students also in future classes. I will try to do a demo with the robotic hand, but I've tried it before. It's just really a hassle for me. Unless I know a lot of you guys have issues with that too. Just gonna go through real quick, just for demo purposes. Not gonna do anything special. This one is just hanging on by a thread because I didn't put this up high enough. So no, I want to just lift this tip up higher. See that? How much more sturdy it is? Because I didn't put it high enough. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna drill right here. To practice cuticle, I'm just gonna go around the cuticle area. You don't want to cut too much in here. If you do, then you know you're cutting your client. So just go around the cuticle area. I'm sad. I didn't cap my ombre. Look at, I'm drilling right into it. I'm ruining my ombre, guys. Don't be like me, okay? I've got to cap it with clear. But that's fine, this is for demo. Okay. So, we're gonna go out and we're gonna just give it a quick buff. This is my ombre. Look how pretty this ombre is. I'm gonna buff this too, because I'm gonna top coat this. Ooh. Let's do some simple designs to these, huh? Okay, let's dust the stuff. One of the things about using these silicone hands is the dust. Oh my lord, the dust. So. That's probably one of my favorite ones. Let's do a quick, here's my white. Let's do a quick design. Using my white, my striper brush. Oop, that's not a striper brush, my striper brush right here. This has black on it. I am going to get rid of the black and put some white on here. Let's just do a nice V French. I'm gonna put a mark here. And I'm gonna just finish really high. This is my white gel art paint. It's very pigmented. So I will really only need one coat and it won't lose your shape. And when I'm finished with this, I'll answer some questions. If you guys are asking questions, I'll take a look at that in a second. This paint is very, very easy to paint with. And usually I will use my flat brush to fill this in, but I'm not gonna do it right now. So I got some right here, but that's fine. I'll get that out later. As you can see, I don't have to cure it yet, and it's just gonna stay. This is a gel art paint, so this one is do a nice. You guys probably see me do this design a lot. I'm gonna use my brush here. Just paint this in, just save myself some time. Crisp this up a little bit. Do a sugaring effect on this. You can sugar some glitter on this before you cure it also. But I'm just gonna do this for a quick design to show you guys some simple designs you can do on these abstract French. Oh no, I actually touched this. Okay, paint it in. Okay, now we just cure it real quick. Oops, all right. I'm just gonna cure real quick. Top end cure. Flash cure. And go through and add a little bit more to this. I'm gonna use my black for this. Give it a little bit two-tone black and white here. Actually, I'm gonna go all the way over. That looks a lot better. Oh, I did it. That's a boo-boo. I just ruined my white right there. Gotta get that out. Let's do it. Usually I won't do this design with these colors. I'm just showing you guys some simple designs you can do with these. This will probably be done with on a white or a nude or something like that, but just showing this for purposes. Let's cure that. And we're gonna actually try to scoop out this black and my white here. Oh no, I did, oh, you know why? I had this open and I had my curing machine. Woo, that was a messy. I had it open and I had the machine over, that's why I cured the top of it. Lucky me. Okay, let's cure it again and top coat. Yes, what I did? I literally had this machine over and I had my gel open. What a rookie mistake, right? Luckily, I only cured the top. I was able to remove the top. Okay, just a flash cure, it's fine. I'm gonna clean up this up real quick, guys. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, and this top coat. So I'm gonna use my top coat here. Is a very, very shiny top coat, okay? You guys will definitely see. Very nice, thin coat. You don't need that much. And this is just me demoing how to use these hands. You guys probably will take more time and make it a lot better than me. Of course, you can do it with encapsulation, you can do it with a lot of things, okay? Let's go ahead and cure it again. And I got this done in about 10, 15, less than 30 minutes. So anytime you're practicing with these with these hands, I think 30 minutes is a good time to get your retention. I really don't believe that you should be taking too long with these. If you're taking an hour to do one hand, that might not be your, I mean, if you're doing that for like a demo, then perfect. But if you're doing it for like a practice, I recommend you get done like at least 20 minutes per hand to get your retention, your time's worth. But if you're doing a demo to post a picture or something, or demoing a set before you do on your client, that definitely can take as long as you want. But for practice purposes, I do recommend you speed it up a little bit.